So I'm going to do some basic lawnmower maintenance before we start the season with this Troy Bilt that I have here with the Z-Start 6.5 horsepower Briggs and Stratton engine. Just a push mower, and I've got the bag attached on there as well. Very nice little mower that we have here. So we're just going to change the oil. I put straight 30 weight in there. I particularly like that brand. We're going to take the blade off so I can get access to where the drain plug is and sharpen and balance the blade for the year. And we're going to take the air filter out and just knock out any dust on that, and that is just basic maintenance you have to do for a Briggs and Stratton engine, and they'll continue to run and run and run. So first, let's give this a cold start here. Well, it hadn't been started in about 3 or 4 weeks. I think it was around March 17th. So today is April 12th. Let's see if it'll start here. Gonna let this warm up real good before we change the oil. Almost first time. There we go. Let it run. Boy, does that thing run great. So it's nice and warmed up. So let's get the blade off here. And the easiest access to the blade is to turn this on the side. I usually put this on a towel and I pull the spark plug wire off for safety. And you want to turn this with the carburetor up. You don't want to have it carburetor down. This particular blade is a 5/8 inch bolt, and I put a block of wood in here. So we're going to go ahead and get this blade off. It's actually in good shape, and just sharpen and balance it. And there's the oil plug, which will give me access once I get the blade off. So we got this piece of wood jammed in here. We got the blade blocked, and for safety we certainly got the spark plug wire off. And this blade was actually coming off already, and that just keeps the blade from turning once you get a piece of wood jammed in there. And we're getting this off pretty easy here. So let me finish this up. And you can see this blade is in really good shape. There's no nicks or dings in it, so it'll be easy just to put a slight edge on this. Also, if you have a lawnmower that this blade adapter is loose and want to come off, it tells me it hasn't been used very much. It's not froze on there. And that's what this blade adapter looks like. Also makes it much easier to capture the oil as you drain this with that blade adapter off. And I'm conscious about our environment. I do recycle oil that I do take out. And I like to use these water jugs, and I've got a hole big enough here where this will fit right on the end of the crankshaft and where that drain plug is, and drain every bit of it out without spilling. So let's get this oil plug out. So this oil plug is just a 1/4 inch for your ratchet, and gosh, seems like it's way too loose. It's already coming out. So let's go ahead and get this out and start draining this oil. And this is a little bit hot, but it's always a good sign when you see the end of your oil plug very clean. It doesn't have sludge on it. And while this is draining, we're going to take the air filter out and just clean it. Seemed like it looked pretty good last time I checked. It's a little dirty, so we're going to take this out and clean that as well, and then we're going to sharpen the blade. And this is what I do just to clean an air filter. This one wasn't very dirty in this lawnmower. I just take a flat surface like the decking here and gets out whatever's in there, which wasn't much. And then vacuum it out, blow it out, and then it'll be good to reuse. And the air filter is all done. We're going to put this back on, and now just sharpen the blade. So I brought my dad's 1950s Sears Craftsman grinder. with me down here, and that's what I'm going to use to sharpen this blade, which won't take very long. Always wear your safety glasses, or in my case I'm wearing sunglasses, but let's see if it'll work. Oh yes. Let's go ahead and sharpen the blade and we'll balance it up. How smooth that is. And this is what you want to see. You want to see this thing in balance, which it is. And I took very little metal off this. Just put a slight edge. This blade was in such good shape. Don't really want to take a lot of metal, and it's in balance, so we're ready to put the blade back on. And we're able to capture all this oil, not a bit spilt anywhere, which is what you want to have happen. We're going to recycle that, and it's really not all that dirty. I prefer draining it out of this bottom plug if you can. A lot of these self-propel mowers, you just can't get access to this plug. That's why they show instructions that you tilt it to drain it from the oil spout, but I prefer to drain it right from the bottom so you can get all of it out. So got the oil plug back in. Now I'm going to put the blade adapter and the blade back on. And kind of the reverse, get your block of wood in there to tighten this down. Normally I would put some anti-seize on that bolt, but I didn't bring any with me. But I did clean the threads and just put some used oil in there. And we're going to fill this up with 30 weight motor oil, and we should be good for the season. And I like to fill these right to that second hole mark. Not sure that's coming out very well, but it's filled right to the mark, not anything over or under. And we are ready to go. So now clean the spark plug as well and check the gap. And we're going to put this back in and give the Troy Bilt a start. Be good for the year. Here is the model number of this particular Troy Bilt. And here's the engine number, partially covered by the cover itself, but it's 123KO2. So we've completed the season tune-up, I guess you could say, on this. We changed the oil, sharpened the blade, cleaned the air filter, and even checked and cleaned the spark plug, even though it's fairly new. So let's give the Troy Bilt a start here and go ahead and cut this grass. And the last thing I did is just wash this up. A clean lawnmower is a happy lawnmower.